Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's take a look at today's Apple announcements. Today's announcements were pretty much what we expected from all the rumors. We got a new iPad mini, we also got a new iPad, and we got new iMacs, a MacBook Pro, and also a new Mac mini. Let's take a look at some of the new products. So, the new 13-inch MacBook Pro basically follows the existing 15-inch MacBook Pro by adding a Retina display. That's its main change, but of course we also have in it flash storage, so it's got a solid state drive instead of a traditional hard drive. It'll be faster performing and of course lighter and less battery consumption. And the optical drive is gone just like in the 15-inch. We finally got a refresh today of the iMacs. The new iMac is even thinner than before. It seems like every generation of iMac gets thinner and thinner, and this one is much thinner than the previous generation. To do this, it gets rid of the optical drive as well. It's still a standard display, not a Retina display, and it still comes in the same two screen sizes, 21.5-inch and 27-inch. In addition, you can get an SSD drive or a hard drive or something new called a Fusion drive, which combines the two. It's got basically a small SSD drive and a regular hard drive, and automatically, seamlessly puts the most used items on the flash drive and puts the least used items on the hard drive. It's all seamless to you. It just seems like one big hard drive as far as you're concerned. It's called the Fusion drive. We also got a refresh to the Mac mini line with new specs across the board for that. Now, just about 6 months after the release of the iPad 3rd generation, we now have the iPad 4th generation. And it's pretty much the same. It looks the same as the 3rd generation iPad, and it's the same screen with the Retina display, but it has a faster processor in it. And in addition to that, it also has the Lightning dock connector at the bottom instead of the old style dock. And of course the most anticipated announcement was of a new version of the iPad called the iPad mini, and that's what it is officially called. And it is a 7.9-inch screen as opposed to the almost 10-inch screen of the regular iPad. So it's thinner, it's lighter, but it keeps many of the same features. The screen ratio is the same. It's not a Retina display, but the size for apps is the same. And it includes all the different things that you normally find on an iPad, like for instance front and back cameras. There's a Wi-Fi only version and also a version for LTE. And it comes in both black and white and various memory sizes as well. But this new smaller iPad starts at only $329. Now, the one app that was talked about today is the iBooks app for the iPad and other iOS devices. It's going to go to version 3, and version 3 is going to include the ability to scroll through text as well as flip through pages, also some sharing features and more language features. And to match that, there's a new iBooks Author update for the Mac software that allows textbook creators to create books for the iPad. And there's some new features in that, like some new widgets, the ability to do mathematical equations, things like that in there. So you can find all the details for pricing and release dates at the Apple Store. They're going to start pre-orders for the iPads, both the 4th generation and the iPad mini, on October 26th. And then you'll be able to get them, the first people to get them will be on November 2nd. Other ones, like say the new Mac mini, available for order today, whereas the new iMacs will be shipping later in November. Interestingly, Apple's still going to sell some of the older products. For instance, the iPad 2 will still be for sale for a while for $399, and also older MacBook Pros will be for sale for a few $100s less than the new Retina equivalents. Hope you found this useful. Till next time, this is Gary with MacMost Now. Want more video tutorials? Just go to MacMost.com, click on the videos link at the top of the page, and then you can view all of the hundreds of MacMost videos by category.